Okay, so it comes in a normal kind of box with taped together ends. I already cut mine there. Now inside the box there's another box. There's not much inside, just got the card in the usual anti-static packaging. VGA to DVI there, which will be useful for me. I've only got VGA monitors, so now I've already opened this anti-static bag just to check the contents when I received the delivery. So it was taped at this end, right here. It's all taped down flat. Let's see. As I say, I just wanted to check the delivery. So now out of the anti-static packaging. Dual fan design here. Some nice shiny exhausts. And one thing I'm impressed with the packaging is these little plastic sheaths on the PCI connection there, on the DVI on the back. I've not had those on previous graphics cards. I think that's a nice little touch. So we have our anti-static sleeve here, our DVI to VGA, the card itself. Inside the box, just some foam, looks like anti-static foam. Got a sticker here. Not really a fan of stickers myself, but it might appeal to some people. I've got the usual setup guide. I don't know anyone who actually reads these, but it's nice they put them in anyway. And finally, the important graphics CD. So drivers, probably some sort of utility program on that as well. I'll report back when I have installed it. Okay, so the main reason I've got this card now is to replace this old Radeon. It says R7850 on the side plate there. That's actually the wrong side plate, it's actually a 7870. The hardware registered as that. I know the card is that, it's just the plate came off another card because mine didn't come with one. It's never been particularly well fitting, which doesn't give a great indication of build quality, to be honest. But it's been a good card. It's lasted me about 2 years, which, you know, I tend to abuse my hardware, so 2 years is pretty fair play, I say. So it's got a copper exhaust system there, and obviously this is the double fan model. They did make a model that only had one fan. I mean, this overheats, well, I won't say overheats, but gets very hot with intensive use, so I can only imagine what the single fan model was like. But the main reason I had this card was because I like doing a bit of graphic design and kind of editing. The multi-monitor support. So we've got 2 DVIs here, got HDMI, and then 2 of these DisplayPort minis, which in combination with this DisplayPort mini adapter to a VGA, which all of my monitors, I've got my main monitor here, A couple more over there in the corner are all VGA, so big help for me. Saves me what, £300 on a bunch of new monitors. So with the new card, the Nvidia, we've still got one DVI, which is always handy. Obviously it did come with the DVI to VGA connector there. So we've got two display ports this time, HDMI, DVI. Three display ports, sorry, it's a weird configuration there. So DisplayPort, HDMI, DisplayPort, DisplayPort. I don't know why they put them in that order. But unfortunately, my old adapters were DisplayPort Mini. So I've got some DisplayPort to VGA adapters there, so I can keep using the monitors I've already got, much cheaper. So I'm a bit of a sucker for these kind of exposed exhaust systems, I think. I don't know why. They just look really nice. I find them very aesthetically pleasing. But you see, this one is a kind of silvery, metal-y colour, whereas the old ones I had were a copper colour. But these are much more exposed. I'm a really big fan of that appearance in the design. Whereas these ones are hidden behind that plate there. There is quite a network of them there, but it's no good to me if I can't see it. Now, the build quality of this is something that I'm very pleased with. The attention to detail with these little sheaths, I think is a very nice touch in the delivery. That's something I've definitely never had before. But there's little things to compare it to. You look at this Radeon card, the side plate, you see it rattles up and down, moves in and out. It never felt good. This top plate here as well, there's a bit of flex in it, which just doesn't give you great confidence. And then one thing that always bugged me was this wire. It just feels there's a little connector on it, just there. But there's always something about having this, it just kind of flaps around. There's nowhere to tuck it, it doesn't stay in place, it hangs below the card a bit when it's installed. It just never felt good. Whereas with the new card, everything feels very tight around the top. I'd say the attention to detail just on preserving the integrity of the kind of chips themselves, so they're not damaged before I've even plugged them in. But the card feels very solid. One thing I do like is on the bottom here, I don't know if you can see because of this terrible resolution, but there's this bottom circuit board, and then just below it there is another flat plate. So this card, when you put it down, you're not actually putting the card down on the bottom of any little parts of the circuitry which are in there, which on every other card I've ever had, look at all that, all just nice and exposed. So of course we're never supposed to store graphics cards like this, but who doesn't? A couple of protruding screws there which might give you some protection, but not a lot. So that panel on the bottom there, I'm a big fan of that. Lovely shot of that little cooling tower there. You can actually see inside that radiator along the length of the card. It's not like it's just covering a small portion of the main chip. As you can definitely see through the fan, this one does not cover the whole width of the card. So, I'm going to install this and we'll see how it does on some benchmarks.